What's up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Jboss, and today we are going to do a topic on today we're going to do a topic on how did I myself get to where I am in business. I have a long way to go, but how I got here, right? Okay. First thing first, I've been lashing since, hold on. Welcome to all my new subscribers. Also, thank you to the people who came from YouTube and then come to my Instagram, telling me how they like my videos, blah, blah. I really do appreciate it. Y'all so sweet. I know I always say I'm going to do better with YouTube, but I'm going to do better with content. Like, it's just a lot with content, but I'm going to do better. I promise. So, anyway, here's this. I've been a lash tech for 3 years. It'll be 4 years in, September. It'll be 4 years. Like, for me, a lot of y'all know, I'm from South Carolina. I used to do lashes in South Carolina before I got to Atlanta. I've always worked in a shop. Only time when I worked at home was when I was doing people I practice on and things like that. I just want to let y'all know, a lot of people oh, well, how did you find a shop, blah, blah. Now, mind you, the shop that I worked in, it was nothing fancy. It was nothing I remember it was one time we didn't have heat or air in the shop. I would have to get to the shop early just to make sure, I plugged up my little small heater, portable heater, and have fans, what I'm saying, in the summertime. The shop where I worked at, it was nothing fancy. It was in the hood, but I needed a place to work. You feel me? A lot of times, you're going to have to stoop down and do things you don't want to do to get to where you want to go. Because at the end of the day, I just need a place to work. I didn't need nothing fancy, nothing. Only thing I can do is make the best of what I got. I was working in a shop. My rent was really, really cheap, of course. It was my best friend, mom. You know what I'm saying? It's good to try to contact people that you know or people that's connected to you to help you. You know what I'm saying? Find it. Because if my friend, mom didn't have that shop, it would kind of be hard for me to, because I would reach out to people, maybe they didn't respond, maybe they didn't even be oh, you got to be licensed to work here, you know what I'm saying, or the rent was just sky high, and I didn't have clientele for real. So, try to find people who kind of connected to you, people you can connect to, you feel me, to kind of help you out. I was working in there for 2 years. No, wait. I was working in there for 3 years. Yeah, I worked in there for 3 years, 2.5, 3 years. I was working in that shop. Rent was affordable, cool. I started traveling to Atlanta and Charlotte in 2018. The reason why I started traveling was because that was more so of my market. So when I say more so of my market was in those places, meaning one, they're gonna pay, and two, not only are they going to pay, but they're going to do my specialty, right? My specialty was volume. And you know what I'm saying, what people call it messy or wispy, whatever. Those kind of sets. So in those areas, that's where people was really getting it at. 2000, and how I got those clients, I just use hashtags, have people post you on their story. That's really it. That's all I did. It was hashtags and have people on my story. Pay people to post me on their story. Now, mind you, also, Instagram algorithm has changed so much. So the things that used to work back in the day definitely it don't really work now. Kinda ish, not really. But anyway. Then, I didn't get a whole bunch of people off the gate, you feel me? But I still came to the city. So I was ripping and running back and forth to Atlanta and Charlotte, Greenville, Atlanta, Charlotte, Greenville, Atlanta, Charlotte, Greenville for 2 years. I didn't really want to do that. You know what I'm saying? But it was some stuff I had to do. I gotta make my name known, and this, that, and the third. When I got to Atlanta, I'm gonna break it down, Atlanta and Charlotte. So when I got to Atlanta, I was working in Airbnbs, and I was working in hotel rooms. Then I was you know what? If I really want to get out there, I gotta work in a shop. I gotta work in a space where it's kind of open. You know what I'm saying? Where I can kind of get clientele for walking in traffic. I told the story in my other video, but I had hit up Daisy, does my hair on Instagram, and she let me work inside her suite. Inside her suite, there were other girls, feel me? So when understand, I'm not really a social type of person, but I had to get out my comfort zone in order to get to where I want to be. So I had got a lot of clientele from just walking traffic. You feel what I'm saying? maybe her client may be waiting, or they want their lashes, or another girl want their lashes done, or you know what I'm saying? Like, it was kind of like that. When you're when you are in an environment that's kind of like open like that, it makes it so much easier. The place where she was working at was called the Braid Bar with Indicator. It was a lot of traffic, so it was kind of like, I ain't gonna say it was easy, but just with me having my own clientele, being, you know what I'm saying, me have my own bookings on top of people walking in, that's like a big thing. And I'm kind of like an introvert, so I really don't like being around a lot of people like that. But I had to get outside my comfort zone in order to get to where I want to go. Right. All right, cool. So then in Charlotte was the same thing. I was doing lashes out of hotels, Airbnb. I had a client. Her name is Yay Hair Care. Shout out to Yay. I met Yay. Yay was cool. Yay had a shop. Yay was like, look, you can come work in my shop. You can stay with me, like blah, blah, like I'll pay you to do my lashes. Mind you, it's not many people who do stuff like that. But in Charlotte, like, that's what I had. You feel what I'm saying? So when I used to come to Charlotte, like I used to work in Yay's shop. Mind you, it's an open space, you feel me? Which, like I said, it made me outside my comfort zone. But I met a lot of different people. You feel what I'm saying? Like, a lot of different people. So that was those two locations. So back to when I was in Atlanta, like I was working in a Yay shop for a while. Like when I traveled, that's why I worked. I worked in Yay shop. In her suite, my bad, in her suite. So Atlanta, like, mind you, I kind of like networked a little bit. It wasn't just so much like, yeah, I was in a hotel room and stuff like that, like by myself, but also like my clients be people. You know what I'm saying? Like, honestly, like sometimes you don't want to talk, but sometimes you gotta get to know people, see what they is, because they might can't help you. You get what I'm saying? So later on down the line, when I decided to move, I reached out to one of the makeup artists, Liz, who was working inside Daisy Suite at the time. I reached out to her and I was like, hey, like, you know, blah, blah. You have a place, you know, like we working at, you got extra room for a lash set. She was like, yeah, like, you know what I'm saying? Come on, like, da, da, da. Boom. It was just that easy. A lot of people ask me, like, you know, well, how did you find a place to work? It's literally, you do research. It's not rocket science. I wasn't, like, a lot of people will ask me, like, I was traveling to these places like 2 years. You mean it's, I am going to get to know somebody who can help me in some kind of way. You get what I'm saying? So, boom. I started working inside this suite. Then, boom, a suite, you know, a private suite became available. So, boom, I just moved into the next, like, moved into my own suite. Like, long story short, if you're trying to find a place to work for real, like, the best thing I can really tell you is, like, you're going to have to save up money. So if you coming in, like, for instance, like, you coming in, you don't know nobody, you want a place to work, blah, blah, blah. Either you're going to reach out to people. Of course, people are not going to reach back out to you, but you can't stop. Like, you know what I'm saying? And find you a place to work. You know what I'm saying? Or come out the pocket and just pay suite. Like, you know what I'm saying? Just get your own suite. Everything's totally up to you. That's what I did. So, working in Atlanta, you know, like, that's kind of like how it was. Everything for me was really like, I'm not gonna lie, like for me, it was kind of like people kind of promoted me for me. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, you know, with tagging me, you know, I make sure my work is up to par. You know, they tag me, you know, they share my stuff. Like, you know, when Instagram came out with the share button, I don't think people understand like how deep that was, because sharing that's like free promo. People, like, you know what I'm saying? So like people just always share my stuff. So that's when I started to watermark my stuff, because I didn't realize like how big, like I see my pictures now and I'd be like, that's my work. You know what I'm saying? And people, like, they take it shared all over the place and it's not watermarked. So for me, like, I started to watermark my pictures because I seen like people started to take my stuff. So when I started watermarking my stuff, like it helped me, like, you know what I'm saying, attract people like back to me, like, you know what I'm saying, and back to my page. So another thing, like for me, like I just stayed consistent. And I think, I ain't gonna say I think, I know I stayed consistent. And not only that, like I sacrificed a lot. You know, like it was a lot of things that I wanted to do that I didn't do. And there was a lot of things that, like, you know, I didn't want to do, but I had to do. You feel what I'm saying? So like being a boss is not always about being in, like, being a boss has a lot to do with discipline. You feel me? So like for me, like it was a lot of vacations that I didn't take. I was so headstrong and like making sure that I'm where I want to be at in life before I celebrate anything. Because I really wasn't really like I didn't go out. Like, you know, I was really focused on the grind. I was focused on getting money. I was focused on building my brand. I was focused on, like, you know, getting to where I wanted to be at. Like, you feel me? Like, don't get me wrong. Like, it was sometimes I had fun. But a lot of times, anytime I was try to go out of town, I will always make it business. Like, I will always try to, like, bring some money back home or do something with it. Because, like, that was just me. Like, I just really wanted to be successful. Like, I just wanted my brand to be better. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, like, now I worked hard for like 3+ years just grinding and da. And I see so many, and don't get me wrong, like, you know, teach his own. But like, I see so many people, like, they fall in the trap of, like, oh yeah, I'm my own boss. Like, you know, so I'm about to do this, I'm about to do that, like, at an early stage. And I always be like telling yourself, like, no, you can do like way much more. You just gotta be like more disciplined. So, like, for me, discipline and staying consistent is like the two things that kind of like got me where I'm at now. So, like, now I can kind of like chill. Like, I don't gotta work in the shop all day. You know what I'm saying? Because, like, for me, it's not about working in the shop all day. I've been doing lashes like 3 years, going on 4. I'm not working in the shop all day. You get what I'm saying? Like, I'm learning how to work smarter and not harder. Like, as I work harder for like those years, worked harder, wasn't really, I ain't gonna say I wasn't really able to do nothing, but like, I was just in my mind, like, I'm not spending money on no dumb stuff. I'm not going out partying, waste my money on this. I'm not buying clothes and shoes and doing all that. Like, nah, I was just hustling. You know what I'm saying? Trying to make something out of nothing. Yeah, I'm trying to think. What else? Like, how did I get to where I'm at? Yeah, just staying consistent. Keep on posting. You know, try to keep up with the trends if you can. If you can't, like, you know, don't make excuses. And that's kind of really it for me. Like, it's not really rocket science. A lot of things take time. And I think a lot of people are just very, like, impatient. Which I get it. Like, you know, because you be wanting stuff. You see somebody else have it, and you be wanting it too. But it don't work like that. You feel me? So, yeah, just stay grinding, stay working hard, stay consistent. Of course, it's gonna be hard, duh. Keep going. That's it. That's all I have. That's how I got to where I am. Consistency and discipline. All right. Thank you. See you guys in my next video.